Hi, coming to you from our town office today, and it's a beautiful day outside as you can see. I've got Martin Dillon here today. Now Martin has been in real estate for how long, Martin?
31.
31 years, which is an immense amount of experience, but Martin's been involved with commercial, residential, you name it, pretty much everything. But wanted to talk to Martin today about the district plan, which is also referred to as the 2GP, which is the second generation plan. That's the one. Why do we need it? What is it?
Right, the 2GP plan is a book, 116 pages.
It's a lot of reading.
It's the rules and regulations that govern every one of us in relation to subdivisions, developments, what you can and what you can't do. Every council in New Zealand must have one. They also must adhere to the national standards of the environment, which they use as a starting point. So it's the rules and regulations governing how and what we can do with our own land.
Rightio. So if I own some land, I want to put a shed up, I want to build something, how do I know that? What do I have to do? Like, who do I talk to?
Right. There's two things. If you're building, of course, you need 2 consents. You may need 3 consents. But the first one is your building consent. But prior to that, you've got to be able to know that you can actually allowed to do it. The district plan will have in it where you live, and where you live will dictate what we call the zone. And that zone now has objectives, policies, and rules. Keep it simple, it's the rules that we need to know. If you abide by the rules, you can go ahead and do it. If you don't, or if you slightly don't, you then got to go to the planning department in the DCC.
Sounds expensive and time consuming.
Very much so. Very much so. In most cases, 90% of the cases, if it's consent required, you'll need a planning advisor as well as lawyers.
So if you're in zone and you're doing something you're allowed, it's an allowable activity and it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But I mean, we strike this all the time when we're selling houses, don't we? That there's something that is non-compliant. Someone's taken a wall out of a house between a kitchen and a lounge, or they've put up a garage or something and it's not compliant, and there's ways and means around that, but there's plenty of time to talk about that a different day. But like today, we wanted to talk a little bit about how the new district plan is affecting accommodation, because it's at critical levels in the city. There's tons of people coming to all of the open homes, so the pressure on housing is enormous, the pressure on rentals is enormous. There's some options out there for this in the new district plan, because the council seem to have recognised this a bit.
They've come up with some new rules. Certain areas of the city, zone residential 2, under the old scheme you could build a unit on 300 square metres. The new rule is that you can build 2 on 400 square metres. So in the past, 800 square metre section, you would have got 2. Now you can have 4. So infill housing is another step. That's what they're trying to do, is to, rather than expand the city, have the city expand within itself.
Yeah.
So that's the infill. The other new one that's come out is called family flats. Now, and that is over all the areas. There are still requirements on what size of the flat is. There's rules governing who is allowed to be in there. For instance, family. It must be family of the main residence, so the front house, for instance, or in the rural areas it could be a workman's cottage. Dairy farmers especially are having problems with keeping staff, and that allows them to put a worker's cottage on the site. There's opportunities for people out there at the moment who have a big house and want to downsize, but are finding it difficult to find something suitable at a price that they can afford. It could be a situation where they may have a family member, a son, looking for a first home. they could sell the front house to them and build a family or granny flat at the back, independently living of the house, but it allows that family member to have a first home. It's also good babysitters down the track. But so there's a lot of different ways and a lot of different ideas that we put on a property. It doesn't necessarily have to sell, or it may be the situation you do sell and someone out there is looking for a property ideal for that, so that their son or daughter buys the first home and they build on the back. So it's a matter of just sitting down, working through what your property is, where it sits in the district scheme, what are the rules affecting that particular house, and going through the different ideas that are available.
Because historically in the last district plan, like having 2 kitchens on the same title was always such a difficult thing, complete no.
Yeah.
And so the difference is that these are self-contained homes that can go on the back lawn effectively, or front lawn, and it offers a very real scenario. So once the kids move out of that, or mum and dad pass on, or whatever, and it becomes free, what's the situation there as you see it at the moment?
As I see it at the moment, it just becomes a rental.
Right.
So the son had the first home, mum and dad have now passed on. He's now got an income stream coming from the granny flat.
Yeah.
There was talk that there will be maybe a change in the rating value if that happens. But again, it comes back to who's going to police it.
Yeah.
How they know that mum and dad's passed on. They don't know, DCC. Yeah. It's one of those things that we blurred, it'll go in the background and probably never be seen.
So if somebody's wondering, they can get hold of you.
Yeah, by all means. There's a lot of ways of, the old saying of skinning the cat.
Yep.
And you've got to look at all the options, put them in front of you, and look at the best option that's available to you now.
Cool. So they can get hold of you, probably won't remember a cell phone number, but Martin at livingcorporation.com.
Yeah. Yep. More than happy to come out and sit with you and go through the options.
Cool. Thanks, Martin.